everyone to episode 45 of the Unwrapped Leader, where we get raw, real, and relevant in your new network marketing, where you can become a gifted leader in your business. My name is Dracy Dewar from Australia.
And my name is Teisha from Canada.
Wow. Oh my goodness. I can't believe this is episode 45 and I'm still stumbling on my opening. So it just shows how much you can have fun and it's okay to make mistakes. But most importantly, we're here today. We're present. We're here to unwrap our gifts for you today. And the gifts that we're going to unwrap and our topic is about hashtags and how important they are. And oh my God, wow, when hashtags first came out. And so we want to really talk about hashtags and how you use them on a social media platform to categorize content and make it easier to find. Also to help increase your visibility of your posts to give you a wider audience of who is interested in the same topic. So I thought we'd have some fun with it. So Teisha, what's going on?
Not too much, guys. We just took maybe 5 takes on our opening and that was funny. Because we literally just filmed the podcast 2 days ago and Dracy and I always alternate the intros. And we had to stop and start a few times. That's why we're laughing.
Oh my God. And you have it actually recorded. So probably knowing you, you're going to go and do a blooper on me, aren't you?
We might put some bloopers at the end of this.
So check out our social media. There'll probably be a blooper on that one. Isn't that funny? I just kept saying gifted leader instead of the unwrapped leader. And I didn't even know what mistake I was making.
It's fine. The people know. If you guys are brand new to the podcast though, you're probably like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Anyways, doing good today. It was a bit of a gloomy day, but the sun's finally coming out, so I'm happy.
Wonderful. And you look stunning. You look gorgeous. You've all set up and oh my God. So what do you do when you dress up? You work from home, so you're all dressed up. Tell me what you do when you're looking all that sexy and gorgeous.
Well, one, I try my best to get ready most days because I find overall it's just a way more productive day. So I go and I have a little photo shoot with my ring light. I go make some reels. I batch some content for the future. Cause there are some days I wake up and I'm like, you know what? Like this is a pajama day or this is a comfy clothes kind of day. I don't have to do too many calls or whatever. But although I say that, like I have no problem showing up online either when it is a comfy day because that just shows the perks of working from home. And some days it looks like this, right? But definitely when I get ready, I do my best. I did a Instagram live today. Like I said, batched content. I did some stories and as much as I can in front of the camera when I get ready for sure.
Well, that's inspiring because today is just a comfy day for me. So it's really great and it does inspire us and it does make people know that, you can make this business the way you want to make this business and flexibility is number one. So that's wonderful. Woo! Let's do a good podcast today.
Absolutely. Do you want me to get into it?
Do it. Let's do it.
Okay, awesome. So hashtags, guys, I'm excited to bring this topic to you because hashtags, are they, do they work? Are they important? Should we be using them? Are they like really vital for growing our business? So I wanted to talk on that and the importance of them. And so the answer is yes, they are very important. And just how to use them because many people that we've taught and educated over the past year in our social media MVP course and just through our platform, I have noticed a huge difference, not only in myself when I started using them, but when I educate my team, when I educate other people in kind of, turning their content into something valuable that's going to reach people. The hashtags make a huge difference in terms of exposure. And that's the importance of it, is the exposure you are going to get from it, because your content, it's more easily discoverable by other people who are interested in the same things as you. So whether that's a post about your product, a post about your opportunity, or just a life post about what you're doing that day, finding relevant hashtags are so important because it's reaching people who are potentially your ideal client, who are searching the same kind of things. So I wanted to give an example, like maybe you are in a health and wellness company, think of some health and wellness hashtags or do some research. Tracy's going to get into researching effective hashtags in a bit here and come up with a set that is going to help you expose that exact post to people who may be searching those things, right? Like think about maybe you're not specifically searching hashtags on Instagram yet, but so many people are. And after this video, I'm sure you will be researching your own. And I wanted to give an example too of something that I would research. So even outside of business, people will search hashtags for so many reasons. So when I had people coming to me on Instagram at one point asking me what I do and that they were showing a bit more interest in my business, I was like, how did you find me? And surprisingly, and well, it was surprising to me at the time, but now I'm like, that's no surprise. People are doing this all the time, is they're searching companies' names on through hashtags on Instagram. They're searching different keywords, and that could lead to you as well. So people have actually said that they found me through my business name on a hashtag on Instagram because my post was at the right place at the right time and somebody saw that. And so I got leads from that for sales. I got leads from that for growing my team, and hashtags just make such a huge difference. So I can't emphasize that enough. So what you want to do when you're using hashtags is put them in your captions. So whenever you put out a post, whether that be a static post, just a picture, whether that be a reel, a video, a live, what you want to do is use the pound key, which I think a lot of millennials and Gen Zs are like, what the heck is a pound key? Guys, the hashtag is called the pound key, and that's what you want to use, and you want to follow it with a keyword. And so
I just have to say how amazing though and powerful is that the pound key is now actually called a hashtag key, that it's completely wiped out that name of what that icon actually really was. People just say the hashtag key, but no, it's actually the pound key. Absolutely. It's fascinating. That is the power of branding.
Exactly. Exactly. I think I saw this video the other day. It was so funny. And it was just like, it was clearly a Gen Z or millennial. And it was on a phone call. You know how when it goes to voicemail, it says, click or leave a message and then click pound. And someone's like, what the heck is pound? And then someone pointed to the pound key and they're like, oh, you mean the hashtag? Like no one knows anymore. It's so funny. I had to laugh at that because I'm like, I also had to think about it like pound. Oh yeah, the pound key. That's the pound. But
it's funny you just saying that right now. Like I have clearly in the generation of the pound key, but I haven't heard that word in like so long that I actually had to think about it when you brought it up just now.
There you go. So the more you know, the pound key, guys, is the hashtag. The hashtag is the new pound key. So what you want to do is, like I said, use that pound, use that hashtag, and then put your keyword next to it. And I like to keep them at the bottom of my post, or sometimes people hashtag them throughout their post if they're using that word in their caption. But just to keep it a little bit less messy, if you do have a set of them, which what that means is you have maybe a set of 15 to 30 hashtags. You can have a max of 30 hashtags on a post. You can have those at the very bottom, and that's going to be searchable. You can also put hashtags in the comments of your post, which is also searchable through there. The only difference, so people have opinions on like, oh, it's better to be in the caption. Oh, it's better to be in the comments. Here's the difference. You can have them in either. They will get you exposure the exact same way. The only key difference is if it's in your caption before you post it, that post is immediately going to be shown under that hashtag. And what happens when you search a hashtag is you'll see top posts and you'll see recent posts. And the first thing people see is top posts. So Instagram just picks and chooses what ends up there based on the person's algorithm, their engagement on it. But where a lot of people may find your post is under the recent post. So if you're using a hashtag that has like 1 million uses on it, your post is going to go from here to here in like a second. And it's really hard to be seen on there. So with that being said, by putting them in your caption, it's being shown immediately, where if you actually put it in your comments, you need to put up that set in your comments like immediately after you post. Because even if you wait a minute and then you put up a hashtag set, depending on the hashtags that you're using, one maybe that has a ton of exposure on it already, it only ends up in the recent posts as soon as you get those hashtags on that post. So say you wait a minute, well, your post is already way far down there, right? Like you missed that opportunity to be at the top where someone could have clicked right at that moment to see what was there, and you could have been way far down. I hope I'm explaining that well, but I think if you can fit it in your caption, put it in there for sure, unless it's way too long and you can only fit it in your comments, and put it in your comments. Just make sure that it's immediately after, okay? So that's my advice on that. So search for hashtags. Don't only use hashtags, but start searching for them, and hashtags that your ideal client would search and use on their posts, right? Something that you could also do to network with people. So searching something that is similar to your industry, your product, whatever it is, go find that word, click on it, and then you could see the recent posts that are being used with that hashtag, and go comment on those things, right? Go leave genuine comments, go give likes, go give the love, because if you want any love back, you have to give it, right? It has to go two ways. Networking goes two ways. You can't just expect people to network with you. You have to do it back. So using hashtags to network is a really good strategy. And then my last tip on this, why they're important and how to really use them, is to actually make hashtag groupings. That's what I call a hashtag set, and make a different grouping for every single brand pillar that you use. We did another YouTube video on brand pillars if you want to go check it out. But essentially what I mean by this, just a quick little snapshot, is there's many things that represent you. Your business might be one thing, but maybe another hobby of yours is another thing. Maybe your family is another thing. And so finding relevant hashtags for each grouping that you can put on those specific photos, because it's really important that you're using relevant hashtags to your photo, and making sure that it's a different set for every single thing you talk about. If one of the things you talk about is network marketing, like we're talking about now, Dracy and we have a hashtag set for leadership specific posts. We have a hashtag set for mindset specific posts. We have a hashtag for community specific posts. Every single one of our pillars has a grouping. So I want you guys to think about that, do some hashtag research, get your groups together, and make sure you're putting them on every post. So I'll pass it on to Dracy now. She's going to tell you guys a little bit about how to research effective hashtags and how to go about that.
Brilliant. And the big thing is when we've done this, we've put it in boards. And so it's so easy to cut and paste. It's like, or you can place it, like in your notes or wherever you want to find it, but it's just having them somewhere. So when you go to do this post, you can cut and paste it. Well, in our case, we use boards. So boards makes it so easy, because you just tap onto boards and it actually, makes it easy and it pastes it for you. So I think that effectiveness has been really quite powerful. So some of the key things that I love about hashtags is because I love creating strategies. And so the fact that you can have a strategy around hashtags, and the strategy is with the intentions you want to have. So I think intentions are really good, but also is the collaboration. It's a really great opportunity for you to collaborate with other people. And I'll talk a little bit more about that. But just to start off on researching effective hashtags, I guess just let's do 101. If somebody here is probably listening here, maybe there's some people listening in our audience, they haven't even started posting anything. So really the hashtags is when you click on the actual search icon, let's say in Instagram, and you do the search, you search a word, and you can click on a tag. You actually click on tags is what I'm trying to say. And so you'll actually be able to see how many people uses each of those hashtags and what other similar tags that are underneath it. So if I actually put the word health, you may even see health is everything. Like you may even see health and wellness. Like you'll just see different ones, and it'll give you how many actually hashtags are there. So I guess the rule of there's no real right and wrong way, as Teisha had said. But a nice one is to aim for ones that maybe are quite low in their hashtags. So maybe it has maybe 10,000 to 100,000 uses, because you'll see, like as an example, we're saying health, if you go and check it out, it'll say there's like 160 million times it's been hashtagged. And so if you go and put health, that's nice. People will know that it's a health related. But as far as hashtag, it's going to move you through that algorithm so quickly that people may not see what you've posted. So something like the health is everything has about 55,000 views it's been used. And so more likely you'll be in that algorithm a little bit longer, and more likely people are going to see you. So I guess it's important to narrow down your search. I think it's very, very important. And so rule of thumb again is anything over 500,000 to 1 million views, they do start getting hard to see. So again, less is better in that sense. And then as well, I think it's really great that hashtags, it's nice that you can go and hack your algorithms as well. And so what I mean by hacking them is go and looking and searching in some of these topics and go and find people. Like, I love this. And I talk to my kids about hacking their algorithms. I talked about business owners about hacking the algorithms, because for some reason, I think you can all agree, whatever conversation we're having right now, a relative's feeds start coming up. If you've noticed, I know one time we were talking about donuts, and all of a sudden I start getting these advertisements about donuts. So it's super weird. I know it is what it is. But how can you hack that? And so I love going in and I'll go and hashtag something that's relevant to me. So I want to change what views and what's coming in my feed and collaborate with more people. And so I'll just put in a word like, I'm quite passionate about feng shui. So I go and, put feng shui elements in there. And then I just see some posts and I go, oh, I really like that. And then I go and check it out and I like them. And so it's someone I want to follow, or I go and like, and all of a sudden my algorithm starts giving me really great content. But it's interesting because then they notice me as well. And all of a sudden this collaboration and communication. And I think the biggest objective of this business is networking. And what great place to network, yes, you can get dressed up and go out to a networking event or just your everyday networking, what you're doing and meeting and talking to people. But the amount of people that you have the opportunity to network on social media is incredible. It's powerful. And so there's so many pros to it. And so what the cons can be in it is it can be overwhelming. It can be distracting. And so that's why it's so good to go in with strategy. It's good to go in with intention and be specific. So creating your hashtags and going and spending some time on it will make a huge difference. And so that's another great one about hashtags. But the other one that I love about it is that you can use it. You can create hashtags that are relevant to maybe an event you're doing or a challenge that you're doing. And we can do a complete podcast on that and how to benefit and what to do with it. But I'm just giving you notice that these are really great things to create community as well. So you'll just see different people post different opinions about hashtags. I guess the thing is go and try it, go and do your own research, go and be a student of it, see how you can maximize it so you can have your own personal opinion. Because let's face it, the end of the day, we are here to engage with people. We are here to educate and empower and really showcase and share our energy. And if we do that, then we're going to start enrolling people, whether it is a customer or whether it's a distributor in your business. So whatever it is, you got to take the steps with intention and strategy. And hashtags is a really great start.
Absolutely. And I'll add one last thing to that before I close up. So one thing that actually came to my head while you were talking is you were talking about, searching hashtags and actually networking with people. So you don't have to do that every time. I actually just remembered that you can follow hashtags on Instagram. So if you search a specific hashtag and you're like, you know what, I want to start seeing some content from random people who are using this, you can go actually follow the hashtag. And that's just through the search icon on Instagram. And so those hashtagged posts will start to come into your feed. And so it's actually much easier to network with people with that, because then when it's coming into your feed, you see it. It doesn't say the person, I don't think, that made the post. It says just the hashtag. And so you know that this post was put on your feed because it's a hashtag that you follow. So it actually makes it easier to engage with them. So
life-changing, absolutely life-changing. And because when you start following and meeting new people, again, it's all about the conversations and collaboration and just having so much fun. So make it happen and make it work for you.
Absolutely. So I think the bottom line here, guys, is hashtags are going to give you more exposure. It's going to help you with networking with people that are interested in what you have to offer. And it comes down to just having more high quality conversations, and all that stems from networking, stems from exposure. And it's just a ladder and you just got to follow it. So that is what is going to be the heartbeat of your business, is just having that exposure, that networking, and the high quality conversations. So I hope that this episode was useful. I hope that you are going to go on to utilize some of these strategies and go become a hashtag gifted leader in your business. So guys, please like the video, leave us a comment on your biggest takeaway. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. We're inching up to those 100 subscribers, so we can't wait to celebrate that. Every single one counts. And if you guys are listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, we would so appreciate a 5-star review. And please share this with your teams or another business builder if you feel that this would be of value to them. So thanks again, guys, for watching, and we can't wait to see you next week. Bye.